It's late summer 1943, and the world is at war. Elmhurst is giving its all on the home front, counting more than 1,000 of its residents towards supporting the war effort at home and abroad. To recognize these individuals, the city decides to erect a monument in their honor. Let's dive into the story of the Elmhurst Honor Roll. I'm Dan Lund, Curator of Collections at the Elmhurst History Museum, and you're watching Elmhurst History in Focus. Throughout World War II, it was not uncommon for a municipality to keep track of its native sons and daughters who served in the armed forces. More than a full year into the United States' involvement in the war, in January 1943, Elmhurst decided to follow suit. The local American Legion post, THB 187, coordinated an effort with local businesses and organizations to lease a vacant plot of land in central Elmhurst to create a wall of recognition for Elmhurst locals who were serving in the conflict. 119 North York Street was selected as the site of the monument, and a grand ceremony and parade was to be held on Labor Day 1943 to dedicate the honor roll. However, local labor groups petitioned to have the ceremony pushed back a day to Sunday, September 5th, as workers on the wartime factory lines did not receive the Monday holiday off. With the rescheduled date in the books, ceremonies went ahead as planned on a beautiful late summer afternoon, beginning with a parade that touched off at Grantley Avenue, moving south through downtown Elmhurst, across the Chicago Northwestern train tracks. As this was before Elmhurst had an underpass, the parade was interrupted by a long freight train. Fittingly enough, the train was loaded with armaments and war material that would find its way to the front lines of the global conflict. Local businesses, community organizations, and marching bands all participated in the ceremonies. It was one of the largest parades Elmhurst had seen in years. At the conclusion of the parade, a crowd of more than 2,000 people gathered around the veiled memorial as local officials gave remarks in honor of the 1,049 Elmhurst individuals that were named on the monument. It was unveiled to much fanfare, and plenty of room was left to add additional names to the wall as the war dragged on. The Elmhurst Press routinely printed the honor roll names in its pages, eventually counting almost 2,000 names by the end of the war in September 1945. The daily presence of the honor roll in the center of Elmhurst Business District was a constant reminder of the sacrifices that friends, family, and neighbors were making in the struggle against tyranny during World War II. The honor roll was dismantled following the war as society moved into a peacetime footing, but the memory of those individuals lives on today through the Elmhurst Veterans Memorial in Wilder Park, where Veterans Day and Memorial Day ceremonies are still held to this day.